Select as best script write and change the script so it won't match with original one. Make it spin the content, and remove any channel name if there. Write the description of around 8,000 words, remove timestamps. 47. The ROG Ally 2 is finally coming. Leaked specs and images confirmed. YouTube ETPS. www.youtube.com/watch. V5VZP50 AOSQ transcript. Re0A0. If you're into gaming handhelds, next-gen tech leaks, and everything cutting-edge in portable PC gaming, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the latest ASUS ROG Ally 2 leaks, including new images, detailed specs, battery configurations, and some surprising changes. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this until the end because there's a lot to unpack, and it could change the landscape of handheld gaming again. 27. The ASUS ROG Ally 2 is real, and it's coming in 2 versions. Thanks to a leak from the FCC, we've now got our first real look at what appears to be the next generation of ASUS's handheld gaming powerhouse, the ROG Ally 2. But the big surprise? There are 2 versions on the way, and they're very different. In terms of design and performance, EOR 48. One is clearly targeted at enthusiasts who want raw power, while the other appears to be a more budget-friendly, energy-efficient alternative. These leaked images, though clearly early prototypes, give us a solid glimpse into what ASUS is planning for the successor to the ROG Ally X and original Ally. Let's break down everything we know and speculate a little on what could be coming. Next, 0113. Early prototype images show familiar yet evolved design. Before we jump into the specs, let's talk about what we can physically see. The images from the FCC showcase early-stage hardware shells, not final retail units. So keep in mind, everything from materials to buttons could change. But here's what stands out. The device retains a 7-in 120Hz display, which seems to be a consistent hallmark of the Ally series. 0140. Now, the top of the handheld includes all the usual suspects: a power button, 3.5mm headphone jack, volume rocker, micro SD card slot, and dual USB-C ports. There's also a visible ventilation system, seemingly borrowed directly from the Ally X with a similar top-mounted intake vent for improved cooling. 00204. One especially interesting aspect is the presence of color-coded face buttons on the white model. This is a strong nod to Xbox-style input schemes, and could even suggest some deeper collaboration with Microsoft. At the very least, it makes the Ally 2 feel even more like a hybrid between a gaming PC and a dedicated console. 2.26. Dual models, high-end versus entry-level. Here's where things get really exciting. Based on the leaked internal documentation, ASUS is developing 2 models of the ROG Ally 2, a high-end black version and a more accessible white version. Let's break them down one by one. The black version, ROG Ally 2 Pro. This is the flagship. If you're looking for premium performance, this will be the unit to buy. 0251. According to the leak, the black model features CPU, GPU, AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme, 8 cores, 16 threads graphics, integrated RDNA 3.5 with 16 compute units, RAM up to 64GB LPDDR5X running at 8533 mAh battery, massive 99W model name RC73X1. That 64GB of RAM is absolutely game-changing in the world of handhelds. 318. We've seen devices like the Steam Deck OLED and Lenovo Legion Go Max out at 32GB, but ASUS is clearly taking things further here. Combine that with the Ryzen Z2 Extreme and RDNA 3.5 graphics, and you've got a portable powerhouse capable of ALA gaming, emulation, video editing, and streaming all on the go. This isn't just a spec bump. Under 03.41. This is a legitimate evolution of the ROG Ally platform, the white version, budget-friendly and efficient. The second model is clearly aimed at gamers on a budget, or those looking for longer battery life and quieter operation. Key specs for the white version include CPU, GPU, AMD, 8+, 4 cores, 8 threads clock speed, CPU up to 3.8 GHz, GPU at 10409, 88 GHz battery, 65W model name, RC73 RAM, likely 24GB or 32GB LPDDR5. This version is less powerful, but with a lower wattage, it could provide excellent 720p or 800p gaming performance similar to what we've seen with the Steam Deck's custom APU. It may not compete with the black version specs, but it fills an important niche for affordability and longer playtime. Controller-inspired ergonomics. 0438. Love it or hate it. One area that's already generating debate is the ergonomic redesign. The leaked images show new back handles giving the Ally 2 more of an Xbox controller shape. This might improve comfort. During extended sessions, a frequent criticism of the original Ally was its less than ideal grip during longer gameplay. 05. Hide. Some users might find the larger size and controller style back unappealing, but for others, this could be a huge plus. With more power under the hood, thermal management and grip comfort become even more important, and ASUS seems to be addressing both. USB ports, cooling, and expansion. Let's talk about I/O and cooling. Critical elements in any handheld PC, 527. Both units appear to include dual USB Type-C ports, a dedicated micro SD slot for expandable storage, improved cooling vents on top for more efficient heat dissipation. We haven't seen the inside of the units yet, but the assumption is that ASUS will continue to support M.2 2280 NVMe SSDs as seen in the Ally X, allowing users to upgrade internal storage without too much hassle. 0553. If the cooling improvements from the Ally X carryover, and it looks like they are, we're in for a significantly quieter fans and better heat distribution display. Will it be the same? While ASUS seems to be sticking with the 720Hz display, it's unclear whether this is the exact same panel used in the Ally and Ally X or a new version with better brightness or contrast. 6.18. Given the increased GPU power in the black version, a bump in resolution or HDR capability could be on the table, though not confirmed. If it's the same screen, that's not a bad thing. The Ally's display has always been one of its strengths, particularly for vibrant colors and low latency. Gameplay. Ally 2 price predictions. 0639. What can we expect? We don't have any official pricing yet, but here's what the market tells us. The black version with Ryzen Z2 Extreme, 64GB RAM, and 99W battery could easily exceed $1,000, especially if ASUS markets it as a premium pro edition for creators and power users. The white version is likely to be priced under $800, maybe even around the $649, $699 range, to compete with the Steam Deck OLED and Lenovo Legion Go 0712. ASUS will want to hit multiple price points to appeal to casual gamers, serious handheld, fans, and even professionals who want a portable editing gaming station. Competition and market context. This leak comes at a critical time when handheld gaming PCs are heating up. Valve's Steam Deck OLED brought HDR and battery improvements, 735. Lenovo Legion Go offers a larger screen and detachable controllers. And Loki and GPD Win are pushing niche performance boundaries. The ROG Ally 2 series seems positioned to dominate both the high-end and mid-range tiers, something ASUS needs if it wants to compete long-term in this space. Final thoughts. 07.57. Is ASUS doing enough? At first glance, this leak shows a company listening to its users. More performance with Ryzen Z2, extreme better comfort with a revised grip, high RAM options, larger battery capacity, 2 pricing tiers for accessibility. But there are still questions. Will the final software be polished? Will heat and noise remain manageable? Will ASUS provide long-term firmware and BIOS updates? Das wird